To the modern systems engineer, an API call is an abstraction, and a 70 billion parameter network is merely a dense distribution of floating point weights stored on a silicon wafer. We have been trained to view computer science as a discipline of pure mathematics, dispassionate, logical, and objective. That view is an operational fiction. Every system inherits the biases of its builders. The structural design choices of modern artificial intelligence mirror the ingrained cultural dogmas of the societies that fund and build them. This model illustrates how a philosophical framework translates cultural psychology into a structural blueprint. An enterprise selecting an AI framework adopts a specific worldview, embedding regional priorities into the logic of its own infrastructure. As global organizations rush to integrate generative AI into their core operations, they are inheriting a structural conflict between two distinct civilizational mindsets. This contrast shows the massive surge in AI investment against a surprisingly thin margin of success. Despite the spending, 60 to 70% of companies report zero material return on their investment. Executives often attribute these failures to technical constraints, like algorithmic latency or data hallucinations. Yet the evidence suggests a different culprit, a mismatch between the machine's architecture and the company's human culture. This friction is defined by a clash between two competing engineering archetypes, the Western monolith and the Eastern swarm. For an AI integration to actually function, its technical design must align with the company's existing human operating system. The Western paradigm traces back to Aristotelian logic, viewing truth as a singular property mastered by an individual. This lone genius mythos manifests today as the monolith. The goal is collapsing all human reasoning into a single parameter weight space, mathematically instantiating the polymath. This approach excels at 0 to 1 innovation, because one dense model processes fields as disparate as law, biology, and macroeconomics within the same latent space. It can make radical cross-domain leaps that hyper-specialized systems would miss. However, this high priest model is prone to catastrophic forgetting and severe hallucinations. Using a trillion-parameter engine to solve mundane enterprise tasks creates unsustainable costs and strategic fragility. The monolith serves as an extraordinary monument to raw erudition, but its static, centralized architecture often lacks the fluid adaptability required for real-world execution. Rooted in relational philosophies, the Eastern paradigm views the individual as a node within a larger network, deriving meaning from context. This framework replaces the oracle with the swarm, a decentralized network of micromodels where intelligence emerges asynchronously to achieve localized objectives. This is the digital evolution of the Toyota factory floor. It prioritizes Kaizen, continuous improvement, and emergent insights from those closest to the friction of execution. The swarm's primary strength is flawless optimization. By activating only the specific, lightweight nodes required for a task, the system slashes inference costs and maintains extreme resource efficiency. This decentralized coordination has its own risks, specifically the potential for coordination overhead and delays in reaching a systemic consensus. The swarm wins not through the speculative glory of a breakthrough, but through the repeatable precision of flawless execution. When an enterprise's human hierarchy clashes with its AI architecture, the result is tissue rejection. The technology may be flawless, but the organization is structurally incapable of absorbing it. We see this when a decentralized swarm is forced into a top-down bureaucracy, or when a disruptive monolith is dropped into an environment that demands absolute predictability. Survival requires moving past these dogmas to build a bridge between these two extremes. The solution is the digital council. This framework abstracts a multi-agent swarm behind a unified API gateway, providing a resilient orchestration layer that handles state management and consensus. This allows for a human-in-the-loop and on-court. Automated quality gates monitor workflows in real time, freezing processes and escalating anomalies to human experts before an error reaches production. This donut chart shows the BCG 10-20-70 rule. Success in AI integration is weighted heavily toward human transformation. While technical selection matters, 70% of the actual effort must be spent on the workforce. Technology is never neutral. The organizations poised to dominate the AI age focus less on raw model size and more on the mathematical discipline of their human architecture.